we just start now. So today we will start a new topic that is national income and the balance of payments. That is also an important component of this international economics. The national income accounting is the basis of macroeconomic analysis, and national income is a quantitative indicator of the market value or resulting income of the final goods and services produced by the productive resources invested in the country over a given period of time. The general form of national income accounting is a statistical statement known as national income accounts. In closed economy, domestic supply and demand, that is, the income and expenditure, must be equal. In order to ensure their equality, social investment in objective economic activities must be equal to the social savings. That is, the national savings and investment in national income accounts must be equal. Otherwise, the development of national economy will be out of balance. Under the open economy, the constitution of national income equation, the meaning of national income and the relationship between macroeconomic variables have all profoundly changed. So the national income account is just a statistical statement that systematically reflects the value of goods and services produced by the resources invested by a country in a certain period of time, or the resulting income status through various aggregate indicators and their components. It is the basis for analyzing a country's macroeconomy. The common methods include income method and expenditure method. From the perspective of the use or consumption of goods and services, the expenditure method sums up the goods and services produced in a country within a year according to the amount of each type buyer's expenditure. The gross domestic product, or GDP, as measured by the spending method, consists of consumption, investment, government purchase in a closed economy. The income method is from the point of view of factors of production. The corresponding value is called national income by adding up the corresponding remuneration obtained by various factors of production for participating production. In a closed economy, national income includes income from various factors of production, such as wages, rents, interest, and profits. Since any expenditure of the buyer will become the income of the seller at the same time, therefore the GDP and the national income are theoretically equivalent. That is, the Y equal to the consumption C plus I is the investment, and the G is the government purchase, and S is the savings. T is the taxation. While in the open economy, the local residents can buy goods and services produced abroad through imports, and foreign residents can buy goods and services produced in their own country through exports. The difference between a country's exports and imports represents the net purchases by foreign residents of goods and services produced in a country. In this way, the goods and services produced by domestic factors of production can be divided into two parts: the domestic purchase and the foreign purchase. If the export and the import are represented respectively by X and M. The national income account becomes Y equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. The additional two forms, the X and M, denotes the export and imports respectively. And the investment and government purchase constitute a total domestic expenditure, which is also called domestic absorption. The net exports represent net expenditure from abroad on domestic goods and services, commonly known as the balance of trade. If the domestic absorption and the trade balance are represented by A and B, it becomes B equal to Y minus A, where the Y is the A is the absorption and Y is the national income and the balance of trade is B. So it indicates that national income and domestic expenditure in an open economy needs not to be equal, and the difference between them constitute net exports. And when the domestic expenditure is lower than national income level, it means the net purchase of domestic goods and services by the foreign countries. That is, the domestic exports exceeds the imports. Conversely, if the domestic spending exceeds national income, the country's net purchase of foreign goods and services, that is, import exceeds the export. A country running a trade deficit means it spends more than it produces and must buy goods and services produced abroad through the net imports. To pay for goods and services in foreign markets, a country must borrow abroad or reduce its net assets abroad. On the other hand, if a country runs the trade surplus, it is financing the corresponding trade deficit country. The balance of trade also reflects the size and the direction of international capital flow.